Hi guys, this is Ravenclaw What If. Welcome back to another What If story. Welcome to a hybrid deku. We're just gonna cut right into this What If, guys. After a long, brutal war between the Midoriyas and the current vampire family that made Japan their home. After the emergence of Quark's, both families began to discuss of a peace treaty between the two families. They agree if this war continues, both families' existence might become public to the mortals. With superpower humans, they could be a threat to both species if they band together. As long as they provide a superior offspring, the, the vampire family will agree to a blood truce between the Rosefields and the Midoriyas. As Inko is the head of the Rosefield family, and Asashi is the head of the Midoriya family. As Asashi is the alpha, well, freshly new alpha of the clan of Midoriyas. This union is not based off love, but as a business arrangement. As soon as Inko Rosefield was with child, the Rosefield family, the vampire family, vanished without a trace. As we cut to the birth of Izuku, when Inko gave birth to her son, the sky was clear, scattered with stars, as a blue moon shines down into the darkness. Even as a young age, Inka would put her son through brutal tests to force him into a alpha predator. Inko came to realization that he's a lot stronger than the average vampire, even at a young age. With a combination between vampire blood and werewolf blood, even the sun doesn't affect Izuku. It took Inko centuries to be immune to the sun. Even though she was rough on her son, she was extremely proud of him. Of his progress, even though he was so young. Until one day, Inko suddenly vanished without a trace, leaving her son alone. As Izuku begins looking for his mother, but could never find her. There was no trace, like she just vanished out of thin air. Slowly over the years, that deep fondness for his mother turned into resentment and rage. As Izuku finally came to the realization that he was abandoned, as he was forced to use what his mother taught him to survive. As feeding when he can, glamours his prey to erase his present from his prey's mind, keeping his existence a secret. There's one thing his mother makes sure to teach him, is to keep their existence a secret. Until one day he went into a deep slumber in his favorite coffin, a pure black coffin. A black dragon carved onto the lid of the coffin, as the dragon's eyes has enchanting green emeralds, emeralds for its eyes, as Izuku would admire the green emeralds for hours on end when he was younger, until one day a shadowy figure wrapped a black chain around the black coffin. As they load the coffin onto a hearse, as they drive out in the distance, as they load the coffin on a ship, as the shadow figure handed the captain some money, as they gave the captain strict orders not to open the coffin, only to deliver it to Japan. After a long voyage, the black coffin was delivered to the Rosefield Old Manor in Japan, the outskirts of a nearby forest that's about 4 miles away from the nearest town. As the Rosefield Manor was undisturbed for the last 3 years, until a couple of low-tier criminals decide to break in and steal anything that's valuable. I really have a bad feeling about this place. Come on, it's just a house. It's creepy, but by the look of this place, it looks like there hasn't been. Sorry. By the looks of the place, there's going to be something valuable in there. This place has been abandoned for years, most likely a summer home for one of these rich families. Come on, we just need to grab the valuables and leave. You can thank me later after you want to buy that girl of yours that ring you've been talking about. Maybe you're right. Of course I'm right. Have I ever steered you wrong? Come on, man, this is going to be an easy mark. Pro heroes don't patrol all the way out here. This is going to be easy payday for us. Immediately, when they finally pick lock the main door of the manor, everyone feels a very cold breeze when they enter the front door of the manor, giving them an uncomfortable feeling. They ignore the warning, letting their greed guide their actions. As they begin looting the manor, putting everything in a duffel bag that isn't nailed down, them grabbing jewels, gems, even some precious family heirlooms. As they finally enter the last room, immediately they see a black coffin with black chains around it, standing in the middle of the room. Sorry, in the middle of the room. The green gems caught their eye. Maybe we should leave. We should leave this thing alone. I'm getting a very disturbing feeling from it. We should leave. Come on, man, these gems look pretty expensive. Let's just grab it and get out of here. Did you bring the bolt cutters? It looks like the chain's blocking the gems. We need to remove the chain. And we can remove... Then we can remove them and get out of here, man. Don't you find it strange that there's a random coffin in the middle of the room? Who cares? It's time for us to get paid. Immediately, when the chain gets chopped off by the bolt cutters, Izuku wakes up from his slumber. When they took the lid of the coffin off, as they see a young boy, what a kid! Immediately, when one of them turn around, Izuku launches towards, sinks his fang into the man's neck. As Izuku shoves his hand into the man's chest, ripping out his heart, squeezing the heart, and drinking all the blood that's draining from it. What the hell? Run! Immediately, when all of them turn to run, Izuku appears in front of them. As he shoves both his hands into the men's chest, ripping out their hearts, dropping the hearts onto the ground. That night, the manor was filled with screams. After 5 minutes later, the manor was dead quiet, as dead bodies scattered all around the master bedroom. That was quite refreshing. Where the hell am I? What is this place? As Izuku walks around the manor, seeing paintings that resemble his mother scatter all around the manor. After investigating the area, it seems like this is one of his mother's old manors. Apparently, she once mentioned we have a manor. We have a manor in Japan. Judging by the newspapers, apparently I'm in Japan. Very concerned how I got here. I bet my mother had a hand in this. I'm really tired of her little games. Anyways, I might as well dispose of these bodies. Hopefully this place has a incinerator. I'm in luck. We do have one of these here. As Izuku tosses the bodies in the incinerator as he turns it on. Well, while I'm here, I might as well explore the city. It's a good thing I know Japanese. Always thought it was weird. Mom was really hard set on me learning Japanese. Now I know why. She must have been plotting this for quite some time. as Izuku uses his superior vampire speed to get to the nearest town. Wow, what a beautiful city. Perfect hunting ground for me. Let's meet the locals, shall we? As immediately Izuku picks up a scent of fresh blood. Huh. I smell fresh blood. Fascinating. Now I'm curious. As Izuku sees a blonde wrapped around a man, as she's biting down onto his neck, clearly the young vampire has no proper training. You're doing that all wrong, young blood. As Toga jumps backwards, who the hell are you? This is my prey. No reason to be so hostile, young blonde. Let's see what the damage is. Please, help me. She's a monster. Quiet, mortal. Be silent. As the man remains silent. When you feed on a human, you must pay attention to the heartbeat. You're wasting too much blood. As Izuku turns the man's neck, bite down on this vein and pay attention to the flow of blood by the heartbeats that the mortal gives off. As Toga walks towards very suspiciously, that she gives Izuku a suspicious look as she does what she was told. As Toga finished feeding, mortal, forget what happened here tonight. You just got back from the bar. You drank too much. A little bit. Oh, sorry. Sorry. You drank a little bit too much. Return to your home. As the man walks away in a zombie-like state. How did you do that? What, you mean glamour? You're able to do that too. Really? I can do that? Of course. You're a vampire after all. Come with me. As Izuku reaches out his hand towards Toga to grab it. I could teach you if you want. Why would you teach me? Because you're a fellow vampire. And a newborn as that. You haven't been a vampire long, have you? No, I've only been a vampire for a couple months. Now, what's your choice? As Toga reaches out towards Izuku's hand. As Izuku spends the next couple weeks teaching Toga how to properly hunt her prey and train her in her vampire abilities. As Toga begins to live in the Rosefield Manor with Izuku. Sorry guys, things keep popping up. I need to put that silent. Give me a second here, guys. Izuku, I'm a bit confused. How come the sun doesn't hurt you? Because I'm special, Toga. Given some time and training, you would be able to go into the sun without burning. But it takes a normal vampire like yourself many centuries to acquire such an ability. Hey Izuku, I plan to join a group called the League of Villains. If you want to, you can join me. I appreciate the offer, Toga. I have no interest in joining some weak mortals. I'm surprised you want to join them. You're far superior to them. Please, pretty please. Fine, Toga. I'll accompany you, but I will not join them. If they disrespect me in any way, I'll kill them all. Yay! We're gonna have so much fun, Izuku. So how are we going to get in? How are we going to get their attention? I've been talking with a guy, with the League. They've been doing a little bit of recruitment downtown. Then, when is this little recruitment supposed to happen? In 4 weeks from now. Here, Toga. As Izuku tosses her a blood bag. How do you get these things? I know a few people. Just leave it at that. Where are you going, Izu? Pardon me? What, you don't like your little nickname I gave you? Izu, you say? I'll allow it. I'm going to explore the city for a little bit. I'll be back later. Tonight. Feel free to drink the blood that's in the refrigerator. As Izuku begins to travel around town, as he passes by a middle school, sees a group of upperclassmen pick on a lowerclassman girl. Please, leave me alone. I haven't done anything. As the upperclassman was about to strike her across the face, suddenly someone grabbed onto his wrist. She told you to beat it. Who the hell do you think you are? As Izuku tightened his grip, shattering the boy's wrist, as he screams out in pain, "You're gonna pay for this, kid. This is not over." As they run off, "Are you alright?" As Izuku reaches out his hand for Reiko to grab it, as Reiko grabs onto his hand, "Thank you. Where's my manners? I'm Izuku Rosefield. I'm Reiko. It's a pleasure to meet such a beautiful girl as yourself." As Reiko starts to blush a little bit, "It's nice to meet you. I'll take my leave, Reiko, until we meet again." "Thank you again." As Reiko watches Izuku walk away. As Izuku was walking through the alleyway, as he noticed those same delinquents are following him. Stupid mortals, they never learn their place. As a couple of the delinquents block his way, as they're all holding bats and chains, as he looks behind him as they're blocking his exit. If you're smart, I suggest you go the opposite way. As one of the delinquents swing the bat towards Izuku's head, as Izuku stops it with one finger. As the other delinquent throws the chain wrapping around Izuku's arm. As Izuku grabs hold onto the chain, yanks him towards him, slams his head into the ground, leaving a small crack in the cement. As Izuku, still holding the bat with one finger, grabs onto the other delinquent by the throat, as he tosses him towards the group of his little friends as they catch him. Immediately, Izuku disappears from their view as he reappears behind them, as they all fall down unconscious. As he simply walks away, leaving all the delinquents battered and bruised. As several female werewolves walking by caught the scent of a vampire, as they begin trailing the scent. But they keep a safe distance as they contact their alpha. "Little wolves, I know you're following. Make yourself known. If you don't, I'll come find you." As they lose track of Izuku, suddenly he appears right behind them, chops them the back of the neck as they fall unconscious. As he picks them up, "These are definitely Midoriya's. Mother told me about them. I guess it's time to make a little house call." As the two wolves are over Izuku's shoulder as he travels to the Midoriya's territory, outside of town, immediately all the wolves are on high alert as a vampire trespassing on their territory as they caught the scent of Izuku. Izuku stands in front of the main gate of the pack house as he kicks the gate off its hinges as they go flying into the wall. As the alpha steps out of the pack house with several of his pack in tow. "So you must be the big bad wolf." As he places the two unconscious pack members on the ground. "Don't worry, wolf. They're not dead. You got a lot of nerve, vampire, to invade my territory and tackle my pack. You have a lot of nerve. A lot of nerve having your little mutts trail me. If this happens again, I'll rip off their fucking heads." This is your only warning. Stay out of my fucking business or I'll slaughter you all. You think you could challenge me, boy? As Izuku stands in front of the Alpha, as immediately a member of his pack rushed towards Izuku. Die, vampire! As everyone sees, Izuku catches the werewolf by the throat. So this is how you want it. How you want to play it. So be it, you're the first one to die. Everyone stand down. We have a blood truce with you vampires. Even though we haven't seen your likes in Japan in a long time. Like I give a shit about your little truce. I've no clue who you're fucking with. Immediately, Izuku throws the wolf against the brick wall. Listen here, you little dogs. Just give me a fucking excuse. Fucking with the wrong vampire. What's your name, young man? Izuku Rosefield. Immediately, the Alpha's eyes widen. Where's Inko? Is she in Japan as well? As Izuku raises a eyebrow. You know my mother? Yes, I know your mother. It's been quite some time since I last saw her. For your question, I have no idea where my mother is. She disappeared a long time ago. Haven't seen her since. I am the Alpha of this pack, Hasashi Midoriya, and I'm your father. Father, you say? Well, father, put your dogs on a leash next time, or I'll start dropping bodies. Keep one thing in mind, werewolves. I'm a hybrid. That means I'm the alpha predator around here. I'm staying at the Roseville Manor. It's nice to meet you. It's nice to finally meet you, old man. As Izuku walks away, as his mother-in-law heard their little conversation, dear husband, we're gonna have a little discussion. Yes, dear, I'm coming. As that's where we're gonna leave it off. Hope you guys have a good night and day. Judge my time zones, and I'll catch you in the next video.